Welcome back. Retail Therapy. My name's Will. Today in the studio, we got Barrett Dudley. How's it going, Barrett?
It's going all right. Been getting a lot of feedback about our new segment from last week.
Put you on game?
Put you on game, P-Yog. So everybody's P-Yogging or P-Mogging if they're putting me on game. And so I've really appreciated that. I am, of course, lying to you. I've gotten no feedback about our new segment. Okay. But I still feel really bullish about it. I'm feeling like very positive about it. I think it's going to catch on. If
you're on YouTube, drop a comment supporting Put You On Game for Barrett. If you're on Spotify, please also drop a comment there.
Yeah.
About how much you enjoy being put on game.
I like mixing it up in the Spotify comments, and that's my new thing. I go like an episode drops and I try to give it like 12 hours, and then I'm immediately hitting Spotify comments to see what type of love/hate we're getting in the Spotify comments.
I've recently started looking at the Spotify comments. I to be honest, it was never something I did. And then I was like, wait, we actually get comments on Spotify. I'm going to go check these out.
It's also a sneaky way to gauge listenership versus other podcasts that I listen to. Mm-hmm. Number of comments on an episode. You know? Right?
Yeah.
So
guess our numbers up, everybody. Come on, guess the numbers. Come on. We have a special guest in studio today.
Yeah.
She hasn't made an appearance on this podcast since the gift guide. Miss Sally DeFries, welcome to the program.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's actually Mrs. Sally DeFries.
It would be Mrs. Did you say Ms? Yeah.
Actually, technically it's doctor, but
you can't pull that though.
I have a doctorate.
I know, but like,
I'm just saying,
if you did that, if you said you were a doctor in front of like another doctor, wouldn't they be like, wow? Wouldn't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think if I was in academia, I would be called a doctor, though.
Okay.
I feel like that's easier to pull off.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Mrs. and Ms., if you're a woman and you're not married yet, don't change your name. Don't change your name. Don't do it.
Unless you are going to also change your passport.
But even then, birth certificate.
No, if you have a passport that has your new legal name on it, then it counts.
That's all you need?
Yes. You have to have a passport. I think you have to have two forms of identification. So driver's license, passport.
Okay. I'm of course talking about the Save Act, which is going to try to disenfranchise you from voting if you take your husband's name, because really men should be voting for the household, and everybody knows that. So producer Dan, yeah, he's on board.
Shout out producer Dan. Randy's in Hawaii right now. Why don't more women just not change their name and just do it for like Christmas cards and things like that?
Society.
Because like it just seems like it'd be easy to not change your name and just go by something.
Laura waited a year to do it, and she was like very on the fence about it, and basically decided that like the benefits of having the same last name as your children.
That is why I did it.
Were worth it.
Okay.
So
like legally having the same last name as your children.
That makes sense.
It's helpful.
But oh my God, the hassle of going through that. Like the number.
I had to do it during COVID.
Yeah, she was doing it during COVID, and it was like the amount of documents that you had to send.
I didn't change it until right before I had Fritz. So it also, a lot of stuff you couldn't do in person.
Yeah.
Because it was COVID. So places were not open. So we had to mail everything in. And then I had to go through a huge process to change all my licenses at work. And I couldn't legally sign I couldn't sign charts. They had to like tell me when it was official that I could sign charts under the correct name, because it like legally could have been an incorrect. It was a whole thing, which is why a lot of people will not change their name.
Right.
If you already have some sort of like degree in your maiden name, because it's very annoying.
Yeah.
But yes, I chose the same reason. I wanted to have the same last name as my kids.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, my kids could have had my last name. There's no reason why they had to have his last name.
that was definitely a discussion.
And we went between, should we pronounce, people get confused between Young and Jung.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And are you Korean or German or DeFries or DeFries?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of decisions to be made out there.
I would say the DeFries is more prevalent. Most people knew how to say Young or Jung.
It depends.
But a lot of people assumed I was Asian before meeting me.
I get it.
There's a Seinfeld episode about this.
Is there?
Yeah, yeah. blonde woman that Jerry dates. Her last name is like Chang.
Well, famously, I actually have a sister-in-law whose name is Kim Jong.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought you were going to say Carl or something.
No.
And I was like, give us.
Carl Jung, the most famous Jung out there, I would say.
I would say so.
Actually, it's Jung.
Jung?
Jung, yeah.
Ah, yes.
I used to tell people I was related to George Young, aka the coke dealer from Blow.
Oh yeah. Also,
I was not
also a Jung.
related to him, but I am related to Carl Jung,
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
the German side.
Jung.
okay, yeah.
Jung,
Psychiatrist, right? Yeah.
like Freud. But
Just
not,
doling out the meds.
I think he had some other. I don't know. There's theories that he has. I don't know what they are.
All that to say, you think about changing your name, and it's obviously like something that is difficult to do. But watching the innumerable hoops that my wife had to go through to check every single box, like there's so many things that you just don't think
And
about.
then, do you know how long it takes to get a passport if you don't have a passport, and that's the reason
Right.
why you want to vote? It's like $200.
Yeah. So, shouts to all the women out there that went through with that and did it, because it's not easy.
About 57% of our audience.
Well, that's why we got Salgal on today.
Put us on game, Sal.
Are you going to send me a rundown?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I texted you a screenshot of the entire rundown. I mean, I'll be honest, Sally. The rundown is essentially what you sent us.
Okay, well,
So here I'll set us up. We've got a few different things today, right? We've got some things to cover. If we have time, I want to get into men's shorts a little bit.
I would like to talk men's shorts.
That's something that
I've been shopping lately.
That's been on our male listenership's wish list. Is please talk about shorts. But yes, in light of our new segment, and since we do have one Salgal here, I thought we should let Sally P-og us. P-og, P-mog.
I thought you just said we should let Sally pee on us, and I
no.
It did kind of sound like
Was
that.
going
Does
to
my maybe we need to workshop this acronym?
Should it
Yeah.
be Pyog and not Pyog?
P-og.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Sally,
the idea of P-yogging is to put y'all on game.
Mm-hmm.
It can be anything. It can be skincare. It can be clothes. It can be last week I did art and interiors. It's like a sister to wishlist, right? Wishlist is what we're thinking about, the things that we want to buy. P-yog is like, yo, let me tell you about something that I already really like and enjoy.
and sometimes I think for you, it was almost a thing that you can't tangibly put onto a wish list.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess I could put art onto a wish list.
Yeah, but actually, that's kind of a really good retail therapy move.
Yeah. Neither of us have done that yet either.
You haven't?
No, maybe we have. You've put a Maggiore print.
Maybe
I
could have put something on there. Sally,
Where do you want to start?
where do you
Sal?
want to begin?
What would you like me to start with?
You want to just go down your list?
Sure.
Okay.
We're going to talk about hair first.
Let's talk about hair first.
Remind me, Sally. Did you have your '90s hair when you were on the last episode of this?
Well, no.
Yeah, I did, because I
Yeah.
got the 90s haircut in October of last year.
Okay.
But I don't think that I had my hair done. I'm pretty sure it was in a ponytail.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think I came from work.
I feel like you might have had a blowout, though, honestly.
Okay.
That's just how it is now, Barrett.
Who's to say?
I only blow out now.
We're like
okay.
walking every dinner we walk up to. Like Sally's like, "Do I look okay? I feel like my hair looks ridiculous." And then like the second we get to the hostess stand, the host is always like, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair." And I'm like, why do we just have this conversation 5 minutes ago?
Because I think now that it's freshly cut, there's some layers right here that get a little poofy and it looks a little bit mall bangs. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know what mall bangs means. Is that like bangs that you get at a mall?
Yes.
It's like you just decide you want bangs.
Yeah.
And you go to the salon at the mall.
Yeah. Yes.
Visual. What was that one with all the black tile, green neon
Yes,
lighting?
yes.
Visible changes.
Yeah. Tie guy.
That
Tony guy.
I don't
Tony
know
and
what you
Guy,
guys are talking
yes.
about.
Tony and Guy and Visible Changes. were like the two hottest
Yeah.
salons at the mall.
Imagine going to the mall to get your haircut.
I mean, it sounded very luxurious and cool when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, that was probably awesome. So, okay. So what are your, put us on game.
Okay. This actually, I put this on here because I get asked about it a lot, but also because maybe it will force me to finally figure out how to use CapCut to make my hair tutorial for Sal.gals.
I'll just do it for Dan, and I can just do it for you.
Please. I have the videos. Someone make it for me. I'm such okay. Anyway,
we got to leverage AI tools, right?
Yeah.
Surely AI can make reels for us.
The product that's on here right now, the Olaplex number 3 plus, that's not the correct.
I have the wrong one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for number 3 plus because it's the new formulation of Olaplex. This is just on my wish list. I have not used it yet, but it is getting rave reviews. And I have historically avoided Olaplex because Olaplex is one of those like very science-backed, change your hair, blah, blah, blah. Yes, this is it right here. Like hair systems. But the number 3 is basically like a pre-shampoo hair mask you put on. And people are saying it is life-changing.
So what's it supposed to do?
It basically like helps with breakage, gives you sleek, shiny, just luxurious ass hair. So I did, while in prep for this episode, did purchase on Sephora and will be attempting it soon. You can also try it, Will. You basically get in the shower, wet your hair, put it on your hair, and then let it sit for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then wash it, and then do your shampoo conditioner.
People were talking about how we have shampoo and we have conditioner, but why is there nothing before the shampoo?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people actually do hair masks, especially like hair oiling before you go shampoo, especially if you're a person that's not washing your hair every day.
Yeah.
How often do you wash your hair?
Twice a week.
That's pretty much what I do too.
Same.
I usually do one midweek and then one weekend.
Yeah.
So that's just a wish list item. I have not purchased this yet, but this is what the hair I actually do for my hair. Okay. If you're not on the Crown Affair game, you should be, because I do, like, pound for pound, think the Crown Affair as a hair care brand is probably the best out there right now. Olaplex is pretty high up there. K18 is another one that people really love. The Crown Affair, the customer experience / what it's actually doing is probably top notch for me. Number one thing I do is wash my hair, and then I immediately put it in this hair towel, because now I don't really air dry. I probably will air dry a little bit more in the summer, and I do use the Crown Affair air dry mousse. But either way, even if I'm air drying, what hair goes into the Crown Affair towel? People used to rave about this thing. I thought the hair towels were stupid. I was like, regular towels exist. You don't need a towel for just your hair. That is dumb. I stand corrected. This thing cuts down my dry time by like half.
So it's just super absorbent?
Yes.
I mean, my only experience with these in our house is like folding them or moving them, and like it does feel much different than any other towel that you use.
Part of it too is that it's smaller, so your hair is in more surface area with the towel. Like if you're using your regular body towel and making a turban, which is what I normally do, your hair is just like all clumped up in one section of the towel.
Yeah.
Versus this, you're putting your whole head over and like really wringing it out so that it's all being exposed to part of the towel.
You had this on your gift guide.
I did.
We recorded and released a few days before Black Friday. Crown Affair's Black Friday sale started a day or two later, and this is the first thing that I went and got for Laura for Christmas.
It's a great like gal's gift.
Yeah, is the Crown Affair hair towel. And so I was actually, I just pulled it out of the wash earlier this week for her. And it's also like, it's not a perfect square. It's got like a cut to it that is like
so that you
really
can
designed
twist it and
to
then
kind of like
stick it in that rubber band thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There are other hair towels out there, and this admittedly is expensive. I think it's like what, $40, $50? How much is it?
Let's see.
$60.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There are other ones out there. I'm just saying, look for a hair towel in general. The next thing I do is I blow dry my hair. I would say about 90% dry. And then I use a round brush to blow it out and set it in curlers. So that you will be getting that at some point on Sal.Gals. I just have yet to make it. But the biggest things that have changed my hair, besides now like blowing it out or letting it air dry, is that I also have started using the Crown Affair overnight serum, which, by the way, smells so amazing. But also I just like put a couple of pumps in my hand, put it on like half of my hair from like midway down to the tips. Same thing on the other side. My hair just like stays less frizzy and gets less gross and just crunchy. And then really the biggest game changer of all time, I started this like right before I got my 90s haircut, but this is what has made the biggest difference in my hair, is sleeping in a silk bonnet. I think have talked about this before.
We have.
And people have obviously been doing this for decades, if not a century. But I actually now have been using a different one because I think the Blissy one holds it too tight to my head. I like do it like a full blown, like let my hair almost fall, like extra large one from Non-Spawn, Mike Silk, MYK Silk. There are others out there, but just keeps my hair from like getting sweaty and gross, and honestly preserves my blowout. So I am happy to be put on game about my hair. That if anybody asks me, the biggest things that have like made a difference for me in the past year would be the towel and the bonnet. So
when I shopped Crown Affair, they might do this all year round, but you can save a little money by like
bundling stuff. Mm-hmm.
And so you could do a 3-item or a 4-item bundle. So I got Laura 3 items, and then I had been PMOG'd by my wife about needing like a brush that is both the boar bristle and the nylon.
I PMOG'd myself about that. Yeah.
And so I threw one in from Crown Affair for myself.
It's great.
Like I had just been using like a brush with like just the stiff nylon bristles, which is like good for like getting out knots in your hair and kind of like doing the general thing. But like these nice higher end brushes with the boar bristle and the nylon like does that while also like kind of like doing the oil, like it what's the word I'm looking for? It just like it
dissipates
helps
them.
Yeah.
It moves it around.
It moves it around so it evens it out in your hair.
Increases your scalp circulation.
Yeah, it's basically just like way better for your scalp, way better for your hair. And so I have the Crown Affair brush, and have really, really liked
we
that.
We have one. I don't know where mine is actually currently.
See, I'm ready to make some major changes on my hair.
Yeah.
I feel like my hair has been dry when I wake up.
I think you need to get on the overnight serum game.
Maybe, because then I overcompensate by putting a bunch of stuff in it. And then by the end of the day, my hair just looks like greasy and gross. And then if I don't put enough stuff in it, by the end of the day, my hair's like everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I think I just
Have you considered sleeping in a silk bonnet?
I haven't. Do I have to do one for my beard though? If I do one for my head?
Honestly, you should just get a silk pillowcase.
No. I drool too much for that.
It's so much better for your skin.
It all gets caught up in my beard.
It's way better for your skin.
Yeah, but I can't do a silk pillowcase.
I probably need to because I'm a stomach sleeper.
Yeah, and
so I'm just like smashing my face in my pillow all night long.
Not me. I'm on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, your face is still pressed up on one side.
I know. You're not. Why are you? You're not sleeping with a silk pillow?
Because I have one on my hair.
Fair. Not on your face.
Are you a back sleeper?
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna buy some silk pillowcases.
They're pricey. It sucks. It's not something you want to spend money on.
I also don't want to sleep on a silk pillowcase when I have a silk bonnet, and then I'll just be sliding all over the place.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
No traction.
Okay, we're gonna move to my next point.
Let's do it.
There's really nothing to put up on the screen here.
All right.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. I don't know if you knew this.
I did not, but I think about colon cancer every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every day?
Oh yeah. It's
you
like
gotta take a day off.
It's my greatest fear.
Okay.
It's a big fear. It's a big fear.
I'm going to put the fear of God in you right now.
Yeah.
There is a recent study that shows that like the #1 killer of young people like our age is currently colon cancer.
Yeah. It's an epidemic. It's crazy.
And that the age the median age has dropped to below 50 for like the first time ever.
Yeah.
So they moved the your colonoscopy requirement down to 45.
But it needs to be younger than that.
Right.
It should be 40.
I'm here to say, get one now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all getting close to that age. Unfortunately, your insurance is not going to cover it.
Correct.
We could do a whole thing about health insurance, but we're not going to. But if they find anything on it,
yeah,
then you're going to have to be getting them anyway.
Yeah.
So, and paying for it. So I don't know. I think a colonoscopy is like the one surveillance that I personally don't think everyone needs a $3,000 MRI scan from Pronovo, but a colonoscopy, like probably most of us at this age should be getting.
Yeah. I had a close friend who has some family history of stuff. He's younger than I am. He went ahead and did it. Guess what? They found
polyps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So to explain what a polyp is essentially a mole on your colon that when you go to a dermatologist and they look at a mole and they're like, well, that looks like it could turn into cancer. We're going to take that off.
Yep.
That's basically what they're doing with polyps.
Right.
Well, that looks suspicious. We're going to take it off. And then because it could grow into cancer later on.
Yeah.
So that's what they're looking for. So if you have 0 polyps, then you get to go, you don't have to do one for another, I think it's 10 years.
Okay.
If you have some, you have to go at least every 3 or 5 years, depending on what's going on.
Do you know, and I mean, obviously everybody's health insurance is different. I wonder if you pull this trigger early to do this before you're 45 and you do find stuff, then is it then
I think
covered
it
under
depends,
insurance because
you could also say
cancer?
There's a difference between you get a screening colonoscopy for free at a certain age,
right?
Cancer screening. A diagnostic colonoscopy is covered under a different code.
Okay.
Technically, a change in bowel habit becomes a diagnostic colonoscopy. So depending on what your insurance is whether or not that gets covered.
Got it.
That brings me to my next point. If you are the healthiest person in the world, that's awesome for you. You can get a colonoscopy when you see fit. If you ever have constipation for more than a few days, diarrhea for more than a few days, ever see blood in your stool, absolutely, you need a colonoscopy ASAP.
Yep.
Okay. That is really, I think, the epidemic of people our age getting it is not only did we lose screening a bunch of people under the age of 50 during COVID because people weren't going in for routine screenings, but also people didn't want to go to hospitals.
Yeah.
And so people let shit like that, pun intended, slide for way too long. And no offense to all the men in this room, but I have seen it from some people sitting next to me that you let health problems and stuff like that. You're like, this is not that big of a deal. And thankfully nothing is that big of a deal, but something that I'm like, hey, you should get this checked out. It's okay, well, I'll do it when I.
Yeah. We don't like doctors.
Right.
Guys don't like doctors.
I get stuff removed from my body all the time at my dermatologist. I got my thumb drained expeditiously the other day.
Your nails look great, by the way.
Thank you. Haven't picked my nails since I had my thumb infection.
Wow. Okay.
So my nails are fleekish.
Great job.
Okay. But here is two things.
It's been the hardest thing I've ever done.
This is my last soapbox about colon health.
Yeah. What are you putting us on game about? Just colon cancer in general? Or are you going to give us some tips?
We're moving on to the fact that 2026, calling it right now, the year of fiber.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I think we might have talked about this in and out. I don't know if people did, but when the past couple of years we were all I have to eat more protein possible.
Right. Yeah.
You should actually be eating more fiber because the reason that people get colon cancer is because they eat shitty food and then all of the toxins just sit in their colon for days. And then as they're just sitting there, you get exposed to all of these things instead of maybe you're eating shitty food, but it's moving through your system.
Yeah.
I mean, let's 80-20, eat healthy, eat McDonald's, do whatever you want. But most people are not getting enough fiber. I do think that is really on the forefront of people's minds in the past probably couple months. And I think that 2026 and probably even 2027 beyond are going to be very much about like high fiber diets. In the past, like how 2024, 2025 were all about protein. Most people should be eating between 25 and 35 grams of fiber a day. A lot of us are only getting 15, so about half of what we should be getting. And most people, like, the best form of fiber is going to be in whole foods. So eating foods that are high in fiber, always beans, lentils, berries, apples, almonds. But a lot of us are not getting any of those things. So then you're just taking fiber supplements. Fiber supplements are still better than no fiber at all. But if you can get it through whole foods, great. But like you're taking psyllium husk or like basically like potato starch is what is in most like fiber supplements. That's still going to do you way better than doing nothing. And when you're eating this much protein and your body is taking longer to break it down, you absolutely have to have fiber with it to help move it through your body. One thing I'm going to pimp my fellow colleague, Dr. Lakshman, who has a Instagram called Colon Cancer Aware, and he's doing a post every day about colon cancer awareness this March. He's a really good resource. Honestly, part of the reason he started it, because he was like, I have people our age coming in and not knowing anything about fiber, what their stool should look like all of these things. Like he's like, this is just common sense to a lot of us in medicine, but the general population doesn't know that. And so that's what he's trying to share.
Yeah, I can't really look at like bags of Cheez-Its the same anymore, you know, because I kind of feel like the reason that this is happening to millennials is because processed foods,
right,
in the 80s and 90s, we were just like eating Lunchables for lunch every day.
Right.
Like that's
processed meats is like a huge risk factor, by the way.
And that's it's
so. Is
like,
that why are people against deli ham right now? Is it because of this, or is that a different reason?
Why are people against? I didn't.
They're against deli ham?
Yeah,
right now? Is there a listeria outbreak?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it has more to do with like
all the salt, like the nitrites.
Here's the thing, man. You can pry that stuff from my cold dead hands because I love some ham from the deli.
Yeah, you just got to be putting some psyllium husk on your ham sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah,
a little sprinkle of it.
Okay.
Thank you,
Two
Sally.
things on my wish list, and then the last thing I'm going to bring up is I feel like a greater conversation.
Okay.
Specifically with Barry. Two things I am wanting / on the precipice of buying are Jacques Marie Mage sunglasses. They just got a store in Austin.
Yeah.
I tried some on last year in Vegas. I have been obsessed ever since. And
these aren't cheap, huh? How on the verge of buying these are you?
Pretty on the verge.
Okay.
Pretty on the verge. Honestly, their creator, they do a lot of very, very limited runs, like of 100. But their Instagram is just all vibes. I love it. I love everything about this brand. Minus the price point.
Have you've been to the new?
I have not been to
Where
the
is
store.
it? I take it south of Congress?
No, I think it's over on 6th.
It's like, in the old Outdoor Voices store.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
okay, very familiar.
It's gotten a refresh.
It's a home game for me.
Painted a beautiful shade of purple on the outside.
Uh-huh.
And it is called, they call their stores something, the name is, it's something fancy. It's like the
Clarksville Austin Gallery.
The gallery, yes.
The gallery.
The gallery.
Yes.
I mean, I'm on the site right now and it does look very cool. It does look like they've upgraded.
I feel like this is a very if you know brand because there's not a lot of branding on the side.
Yeah. So when we were in New York for our retail therapy event a few years ago, I noticed that these were all over New York City then.
Yeah.
And I do want to talk about the price because obviously everything has inflated over the last 5 years, but especially things that get really popular and start these little niche cultures. So like I've talked on the podcast about like the Dries Van Noten suede sneakers, which retailed when they released 2 years ago for $485 and are retailing this season for like $650.
Cool.
I just pulled up the receipt from the pair of JMMs that I bought in 2021, $600.
Yeah.
Which is an astronomical price for sunglasses. Don't get me wrong, but like they're $1,000 each now.
Yeah.
Like they're $960 retail. And like, that is a tough pill to swallow. But if you go in and you feel the sunglasses and you try them on, it is really, really difficult to not like be pulling out your credit card.
I know.
It's yeah. And this is like, it's, you know, it's very
I do.
celeb-coded.
I'm really interested.
Lordy is always wearing them.
Well, now that Lordy's wearing them, I guess everyone in the family's got to get a pair.
But yeah, like very, very cool. If you go check out the shop, you'll be wooed. You know what I mean?
That means I can't go in.
You probably shouldn't.
I've spent enough money at that exact location.
The other thing that happened with JMM is that like as they started pushing up prices, everybody in like the cat tier below them just started pushing up as well. So now you walk into Garrett Light and like you can't get out of Garrett Light for less than $500.
Yeah, Garrett Light's always been pretty expensive. I do think that their sunglasses, like if you go like Garrett Light down a rung, like I think that rung right there is like where you can really tell the difference between how something wears on your face versus like just kind of being another pair of sunglasses. I always ended up wearing my Garrett Lights more than anything, and I broke them. And so I haven't been wearing them lately. And I have another pair that I love wearing. And this is bad. The only reason I don't wear them is because the lenses are so dark that they can't do my Face ID on my phone. And it stops me from wearing them because if I'm driving, I don't want to have to like
put in a code.
Didn't iPhone figure this out? Can't you do
for some reason that one sunglasses can't do it.
This pair still doesn't do it. Like it's horrible. It's so annoying that it doesn't do it. Not even while driving. That's not a good example. I don't text and drive. Sally, I'll shout
out this brand right here. I put these on my wish list at some point last year. This is a brand called Aquila, Akila. And they've clearly like picked up on the general design language of Jacques Marimage. And they're like $140, but I've been really happy with these. It's like my kind of like go-to, because the thing is I very rarely wear the JMMs because I don't want to lose or damage them. So it's you know, it's like that.
Do we need to have a conversation about why we should be wearing our luxury items? We can't put them on a pedestal.
I did though. I already did.
Right. But the thing is
on the pedestal.
If you buy stuff like this is like a whole thing with like bags. It's like because there's this like whole like population of women who just like treat their Birkins like shit. Mm-hmm. And like people are like so upset about it or so obsessed with it because it's like the beater bag, like what the Olsons used to carry / still do carry. But then people are like, well, why do you need this like picture perfect Birkin? I mean, or a Birkin in general, but like, why do you need this like perfect looking handbag? Like handbags are literally meant to be carried.
Yeah.
So I tend to sway on that side a little bit. Like, don't ruin it.
I 100% agree and like try to live that way with clothes. Mm-hmm. And especially now I've got like this 9-month-old that's like constantly shitting and vomiting everywhere.
I got puked on twice this week. No, 3 times this week I got puked on.
And so like I'm conscious of it, but even then I'm like I'm trying not to be too precious about it because like things can go in the wash and it's fine. Like wear your shit. I don't want to suddenly just like be in nasty sweats.
Well, that's always the thing
all day every day just because of this. When you get to things like this, the sunglasses or the bag, I think the issue for me is like if something happens, I don't just have another 10 t-shirts to fall back on. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like this is like a one of one for me and I can't really on any given month just go replace them.
But also
I think replaced my Garrett Lights that I love so much. I'm like, I don't want to go do that.
I don't know. Maybe for some things like this now that I'm older and like less of a drunk college student,
you feel confident about your ability to take care of them. Yeah.
To be fair, Charlie did rip the sunglasses off of Will's face and throw them and then break them in half.
No, I bent over at a restaurant to pick up our son and they fell off of my face in the perfect way that they just broke at the bridge. Okay. And it was like, that sucks. Damn. Yeah. But like the big place where I always see people not wanting to wear stuff, blah, 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 is like sneakers.
Right.
And everyone says, wear your sneakers. And I've always been a fan of wearing anything that I get. But it's also a major issue with people getting records. People just want to keep them nice, keep them sealed. And I'm like, why are you buying this? Don't buy it and just put it away and keep it sealed. But then you have all these Taylor Swift fans who are buying like every single variant that she has. And I even started seeing it pop up with like Casey Musgraves with her new album coming out and people being like, oh my gosh, I already bought this one, but now the Spotify limited edition one's coming out. And I'm like, just buy one record and listen to it a lot. You'll be fine.
The Zoomers are all about DVDs now too. They're buying up DVDs.
Hey,
they're back into physical media.
I think any of it's worth buying if you love it.
I hung on to like 12 DVDs in my prized possessions.
Do you have any DVDs?
9 of them are the seasons of Seinfeld.
No, I don't have any DVDs.
I have all 10 seasons of Friends on DVD.
If I was a movie guy and that was my thing, I would buy things on DVD because I think that the older we get, the more that stuff that we like will disappear from streaming services and stuff like that. There are even movies that you can't stream anymore. And like, I think I've probably given the example before, like Sam Fender put out a live album. It had been on Spotify for a long time. I listened to it a lot, so I bought the record, and now it is not on Spotify anymore. So the only way I can listen to it is maybe it's on YouTube or something. But I like listening to it, and so the fact that I can only do it that way, it's like, well, yeah, I'm definitely going to start buying things that I like. I also like buying records because I think it financially benefits the artist more than anything else we can do.
Maybe if we all started buying records again, it wouldn't be $800 to go to literally any concert of a pop star anymore.
Well,
Sturgill Simpson's new record comes out tomorrow, and he's only releasing it physically. He just took it off YouTube because he put it up for like less than a week.
Okay.
And as people started crunching the numbers, they're like, wait, if his album does what his previous stuff is done, he's going to make this much instead of relying on streams from Spotify to make this much. And I bought the record.
So he's just not putting it on like Spotify or the streaming services.
Allegedly.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah. And so like, I kind of love it.
Sally, before we move on to your next time, do you have a specific model that you tried on and liked?
It's the Dylan.
The Dylan, yeah.
Dylan. D-A.
I didn't know that it was Dylan until I walked into the Austin gallery and was like,
embarrassed you?
Do you have the Deleon? The Dialon? Yeah, it's like
the Dylan.
It's Bob Dylan. They just spelled it like
it's the Dylan.
Like assholes.
It's the
D-A-L-A-N. Yeah, Dylan's great. A great friend.
Okay. I was going to go on a whole tangent about how brooches are back. They are, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay.
I do want to talk about Fashion Month just wrapped up. People are absolutely losing their shit over Chanel. Matthew, is it Blasey? What do we think?
Matthew. Oh, I actually don't know if it's Blasey or Blasey.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Okay.
Not touching.
I'm going to do it the hoity-toity way and say Blasey. Okay.
Yeah.
I admittedly don't know like a ton of who's the current director at where, besides Jonathan Anderson, who we'll talk about in a second because I love him, but didn't realize that he was at Bottega before Chanel. That makes sense because I loved everything that they did from basically 2022 to 2025.
Blasey.
Yeah. Now he's at Chanel.
Yep.
And it's been really polarizing. From like people that I follow. And I love this. I think Chanel has a very intense reputation for being like stuffy. You think of the tweed. You always think of like black and white and baby pink. And he has like brought whimsy into it. My whole segment was going to be bringing back whimsy. We have like officially, I think, left Clean Girl edit.
Okay.
Or at least that is not going to be cool anymore. Like, I think that it's going to exist for another year, but that's going to be like what skinny jeans were several years ago when people were wearing it and you're like, you're a loser.
I don't want the clean girls to go away, though. I like the clean girl.
The clean girl edit is gone. Like, cool girls are like
I think it's a good vibe. If you're like a tried and true clean girl right now, like don't necessarily change.
Hey, I'm just going to ride the fence on this one. I hear what Sally's saying. It's going to be like the marker of like, you're cool. You didn't graduate from X, Y, or Z.
I'm not saying
I'm waiting to figure out when I stall out.
I'm not saying clean girl edit's bad. I'm saying if you've always been a clean girl, be a clean girl. But if you're being a clean girl to be trendy, you better jump on whimsy ASAP.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're headed.
Do you feel like the kind of like bridge or even like the ferry from clean girl to whimsy is like basically prep revival?
Kind of. Those all seem like a little bit off. I mean, I would say prep revival in the sense of like bringing back color and stuff, but like whimsy's almost like just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, or at least in my opinion. Okay. There's stuff I'm like putting together in my head and I'm like, that's not going to make sense. I.e. the outfit I wore to Jeffrey's last night. But then I just did it and I felt great about it, to be honest. Like I was wearing a mesh sequin green skirt with a like blue and white, just like Oxford shirt.
Your outfit last night makes more sense now that I'm looking at this article, if I'm being honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But like people, the reason like real fashion hardos are upset about this is because he didn't stick to the house.
Yeah.
Like every time like a new designer comes in and for the fashion house and is like putting their own spin on it, people are like, okay, but you still stuck true to Chanel. This doesn't look very Chanel to me at all. Like a couple things.
Yeah, I mean, for me, again, not the biggest expert here, especially on the women's side, but like I still see the Chanel DNA here.
Yes, obviously you've got the tweed jackets and things like that, but people are like the mules, like we've like fully gone away from like the quilted, everything. I don't know. I do like this as somebody who likes color and has tried to omit color in the past few years. I'm like happy to bring it back. I'm not going to go full hot pink velvet chair like I had in my room when Will and I first met, but I am going to be mixing in some color.
Is he doing anything different bag wise? Like, because like at the end of the day, I feel like for these big fashion houses, whether it's like Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Chanel, like that's what they need to move the needle is they need to sell bags.
Yes. So I don't think that he was the brain behind the Chanel 25, which is like their new hobo.
Okay.
That's got like a chain, basically drawstring. But a lot of the bags that they're doing, that one is quilted. That's like a regular quilted classic flap. They're never going to get rid of that. But like putting all these flowers on it, they've started doing mesh bags. But there's no, I don't think that there's anything that the Chanel 25 is like a big seller for them. I don't think that is his doing, to my knowledge. This brings me to my next point about Jonathan Anderson. My love for Jonathan Anderson is pretty well documented. I was a huge Loewe stan for years because of him. And then he moved to Dior and I was very depressed because I admittedly, up until he joined, did not like Dior. I think that Dior, like I respect Dior. And this is somebody who, again, is like not super into the design. I sound like I am, but like as a brand, like Dior is not really anything I ever aspired to be or do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He actually makes it fun and approachable. The link that I provided was that they showed in Paris the women's wear collection. He did it in a giant greenhouse that they like built outside of Paris. And the whole collection was this like very ethereal, like all of this like tons of fabric, but it like still looks airy. And then these lily pad shoes, which I am obsessed with.
Very cool. Yeah.
I mean, am I ever going to get my hand on a pair of these? Absolutely not. Like, I'm
Where
sure
does Dior fall in terms of Chanel when it comes to price?
Very similar.
Same.
Similar?
Yeah.
Very, like both of them are probably, besides their Mays, like
in the very upper echelon.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the Chanel store the other day that I went into in California.
Yeah.
And looking around there and stuff, like sitting on the couch, sitting on the couch for the husbands. Like, it was like, oh yeah, this is a nice couch. Oh yeah, it is made out of the same boucle fabric that everything else is made out. Like, ooh, yeah, okay.
The reason I'm bringing up Chanel and Dior is not because I'm going to be wearing all Chanel and Dior in the near future, but mostly because these are the people who are going to be, that Zara is going to be ripping off in 6 months.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying is like when all of this is on the forefront of Paris Fashion Week for like fall, winter, and you have fucking lily pad shoes, like that is going to be, Zara is going to go away from doing the giant oversized blazer and you're going to be seeing like purple mesh skirts in like 3 months.
Yeah.
So that was my point.
Okay. Whimsy's back.
Whimsy is back.
And you said you didn't want to talk about brooches, but obviously
I think brooches is part of it. There's
Lisa
this whole thing of like
wore one on Traders, for murder in plain sight.
For murder in plain sight.
Jam.
I don't even
Sorry, bud.
I don't even think I own a brooch.
Yeah.
I actually specifically remember when brooches were back when I was like a senior in high school.
Okay.
When I put this on the list, I have a very specific article in my mind of this like styling of Sarah Jessica Parker was in a cardigan that they had like pulled over like instead of like buttoning it down the middle, they'd like crossbodied it and like secured it with this like giant like gemstone brooch. And I just remember being like, oh my God, that looks so cool. And then we got like, that was like the same year around when I was in high school, was when we were like all wearing like giant like letter sweaters and like getting like brooches with an S on it. So people knew
They're
our
like
name.
bag charms for your chest.
I feel like
I think bag charms like has led into brooches now because we're like dressing up the clothes.
I think just like people are liking just adding a little flair.
Yeah.
We're office spacing it.
It's little treat culture, right?
Yeah.
It's like the
it's the reason I'm into patches right now.
Yeah,
it's like it's like
small little
pins.
accessories that you can kind of
and you can like individualize it to you.
Yeah.
And
I think it's my replacement for jewelry.
Make something
and like
a little
that
more
kind
personal.
of stuff. Like I like,
and especially I was like looking on Etsy or eBay for like vintage ones. Then it's like, again, 6 months from now, Zara's going to have a whole section of brooches, which is great. Probably we'll have several of them. But like, do you have like the cool vintage ones that like have a story?
Yeah.
Mean something.
I feel like, Will, you and I talked about brooches, like is it brooch or brooch? It's brooch, right?
I think it's brooch.
I think Laura has had to correct me on this because I'm walking around the house saying brooch, and she's said, "What the hell are you talking about?" Didn't this happen like for guys? Like weren't all the guys wearing brooches on like the Oscars red carpet like 2 years ago? I feel like we had this conversation.
Yeah, they're wearing ice out pins. Okay, that's a brooch.
like my brooch.
But yeah, okay. I like how this ties into the. I mean, it feels very Chanel.
Yeah,
and it does feel.
I think Lisa Rinna could be the beginning of this whole thing.
Okay,
with the murder brooch.
Ground zero, the murder brooch.
I'm not touching anyone's brooch.
Don't. You better not.
If they pretend to get pricked by that thing, sorry, go to the bathroom.
Figure it out.
I'm enjoying myself at this function.
Okay.
Can we hear from our friends over at Shopify real quick?
I think now's a great time to hear about Shopify.
Let's hear from our friends over at Shopify. You guys know about these moments right before you start your business. I'm familiar with it. Scary stuff. It's real scary stuff. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what avenues to take. Shopify, though, is a delightful avenue that you should definitely explore for your website needs. It just helps you ease all your worries. They've got expertise. They've got templates. They've got it all. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, they've got them all. They've got big name brands to brands just getting started. I'm going to go off copy real quick.
Go off,
King. You know I like Shopify. So like every day I have my process. Check and see if we have any orders. If we do, those orders get automatically put into my shipping software, and I can just print out labels right there, and everything communicates with each other perfectly. So you can just ship it out, get it done, call it a day. But if you have to update the site, it's just super simple. Whether you're adding products, whether you're setting up the site with colors, fonts, typefaces, whatever you want to call it. They just make it very easy to manipulate everything. You don't need any coding experience. You don't need really any experience in anything because it just is set out for you. Go make it happen. They've got it all. It's time to turn those what ifs into cha-chings with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/scaries. Go to shopify.com/scaries. That's shopify.com/scaries. So are you remaining with us for the remainder of the episode after you're done putting us on game? You're more than welcome.
I do want to talk about the Guinness thing, and then I'm going to sneak out so that I can get home to our nanny.
Okay.
Let's talk Guinness. What's the Guinness thing? I don't even know about this.
I'll put you on game real quick.
Put me on game real quick.
Again, linking to J.W. Anderson, who I love. Jonathan Anderson.
There's two collabs that I've kind of isolated here that I've deemed to be St. Patty's collabs, even though they're not directly St. Patty's collabs.
Yeah.
But the fact that these are coming out right now is, it is what it is. The first one, do you want to lead with this one?
Yeah.
J.W. Anderson did a Guinness collection. You
realize J.W. Anderson is Jonathan Anderson of Dior.
Yes.
Okay.
But it just seems weird to me to do.
He's Irish.
I know. But like, doesn't it just seem like a little like Abercrombie feeling compared?
So it's exactly where my head went, is that Abercrombie also has a bunch of licensed Guinness stuff. And so that it automatically like cheapens it for me.
I was going to say, do you think this cheapens it?
And so I think Abercrombie is now going to end up doing this to like a ton of things because they are licensing everything they can get their hands on.
Yeah, that's like half their business right now, it seems like.
If it wasn't for the Abercrombie stuff, I'd probably be like, yeah, this is pretty sweet.
You don't think that there's any point of it, like the fact that he's Irish?
No, that's probably awesome. But I'm just saying as a consumer, I'm not criticizing him. If Guinness wants to do a collab with me, like, yeah, let's make some clothes together.
But did you feel the same way about the Loewe Grateful Dead collaboration?
I felt several ways about the Loewe Grateful Dead.
Did you feel like it cheapened Grateful Dead and or Loewe?
No. I thought that it was probably a collab that didn't need to happen in the first place.
Okay. I do agree.
I think it went against the ethos of the Grateful Dead, Sally.
I had not seen the clothing aspect of this. I'd only seen the glasses.
Okay.
Oh, they had glasses.
Splitting the G.
My main point is exactly what you said. I feel like because like Abercrombie and stuff does all this, we end like I look at this and I'm like, well, why would anyone
this
ever?
This does look very Abercrombie.
Yeah,
a little bit. And I just to add to when we talked about the Loewe Grateful Dead stuff, Guinness has not reached the kind of the same level of saturation that Grateful Dead like collabs have, because like everybody has a Grateful Dead collab. They'll literally license with anybody that wants to pay the fee or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so in that way, I feel like it's so broad, it's so wide that I kind of have like space in my head for, okay, sure, Loewe can do this super crazy high end one, but you know,
so can H&M.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, and that's okay. Both can live. Mm-hmm. Right now, where I've seen Guinness branded merchandise is at Abercrombie and like not really anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's just where my head goes. Is like, oh, Abercrombie does this. Not, oh, every brand does this, right? So it's like it's an interesting take. It just right now I really only have the one comparison, and so it feels a little bit interesting. Now that you talk about the glass, now I'm reminded that I did see the menswear realm guys, Larry and the Throwing Fits dudes, posting from a JW Anderson Guinness glass, and I think said like, you know, they were calling
they had like a party
splitting the J.
That does sound familiar
or whatever.
That does sound familiar.
I'm trying to find the picture of the glass.
Yeah.
Did you see the guy the other day? Did you see the viral tweet the other day about the guy splitting the fish?
I did not.
Somebody just posted a photo of their beer that they had taken a sip out of, and there was a fish on it, and it was perfectly at the fish's mouth. And someone's like, "Oh, he split the bass."
Yeah, I mean, this is less exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Sally, how do you're a big Jonathan Anderson fan. Any thoughts on the Uniqlo collaboration?
I actually love the Uniqlo collaboration, or like a lot of it.
I picked up 2 pairs of shorts from the men's side. I did the kind of the big long cargos. We're about to get into men's shorts here in a little bit. And then like the little, like the cotton nylon, more like just kind of basic everyday short.
Yeah.
The cargos are going to be a no, you know, I was trying something out. The shorts are just like very basic. They're nice. They're cool. They're decent for the price. But I thought the women's stuff overall was more exciting than the men's.
Yeah.
Better, like just like more like better outerwear, better polos. Yeah.
Stuff.
But a great opportunity to get like pretty well made stuff that's got some of the JW Anderson flair. Is with the Uniqlo collab.
So is he just out here just collabing with everybody?
He does. I mean,
is he Aaron Levining right now?
He's not quite Aaron Levining, but he is willing to play ball.
I'll hand up. I was a little bummed that I missed out on a couple things from the Aaron Levine Zara. Like there were a couple things where I was like, oh, I would like to actually get this. And by the time I had shopped it, not everything, but a ton of stuff was already sold out. And it was like, oh, okay. Because I didn't want to buy the Drake stuff. Can we talk Noah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to peace out.
Okay. Thank you, Sal.
Thanks so much for
joining us.
Thank you for
joining us. We really appreciate it. You saved my ass. We've talked in the past about how Noah can have some interesting collabs.
Indeed.
I think they've had some that we've tried to forget. And
Popeye, most notably, was one that was very derided. Yeah.
The Popeye one was a miss.
Yeah.
That was a miss.
In hindsight, though, does it kind of have like a little bit of lore now? Like
Yeah.
I sometimes, so I've my
Like shit. Hold on. Do I need to go get some dead stock Popeye Noah stuff?
Yes. Like it, so I've got, I think 3 eBay alerts set. I got, you get your daily email. Like, here's what's new on for your search. One of them is Noah Barber, because I still want that damn pomegranate or the wash black Noah Barber jacket.
If I ever meet Rusty Featherstone, I'm stealing his.
And so I see, every once in a while, like one of the Popeye ones will pop up, and I'm like, maybe I just need to get the Popeye one.
Go Popeye.
Like, maybe Popeye was misunderstood.
Is there fiber in spinach?
I would almost guarantee
Dan
it.
says
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So what do we got this week from Noah? What's the collaboration?
Thin Lizzy.
The
one that we've been waiting for. The Irish rock band formed in Dublin in 1969.
Thin Lizzy is their big song, the one about breaking out of jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. Is that Thin Lizzy?
I'm not sure, but I like that song. Yeah, Jailbreak. Thin Lizzy. Jailbreak. There we go. Yeah, like let me see their top 5.
Look at
actually.
me knowing ball.
Dancing in the Moonlight. Jailbreak. They are the boys are back in town.
Okay, they got hits.
So I think they have sneaky hits that people don't realize are Thin Lizzy.
Yeah, they got some slappers in there.
But like, why now?
Yeah,
because it's St. Patrick's Day and they're Irish.
I don't. You know what? Like Noah is not afraid to just do these random collabs, and I think it's because Brendan Babenzine is just like, who I fuck with? Thin Lizzy.
Here's the thing. Okay, like. Scaries has a good following.
Yeah.
And there are several things that I know I could do that probably feed that following when it comes to like certain, but like, I'm also like, but what if Barrett's out this week and instead I interview someone about the Grateful Dead? Cause I can do that because I'm in charge, like, it's like, I get just wanting to do what you want to do sometimes.
Yeah.
It feels good.
But because some of these just are like you're saying, like, they're just kind of like pulled out of left field.
What are we doing?
Although I don't know, I kind of like the Dublin tee.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a recent Irish convert.
The thing for Noah collabs for me is that I hate the way that Noah's t-shirts fit. And the most interesting things to me, like the stuff that $50, sure, that's a cool collab. Like this t-shirt, for example, they don't fit me very well.
I don't think I've ever bought a t-shirt.
They're like they're still in that sort of they sort of fit like a Comfort Colors, and like to get the width on a Comfort Colors, right? Yeah. Like I like a large, but then the length is way too long. That's kind of what happens with Noah.
I've been cutting the bottom of my Comfort Colors.
This looks print on demand.
Yeah,
a little bit. Something you guys would make.
Yeah. We could easily make that.
We could
easily.
Should we do a Thin Lizzy collab?
Maybe.
Tonight there's gonna be a jail.
Are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day?
Oh man, St. Patrick's Day is on a Tuesday.
Yep. And so I would assume that if you're going to celebrate
it's this weekend.
It's got to be this weekend, right?
Yes, but this week in Austin will be South by Southwest.
Yep.
And there is a party at Imogen and Willie on Tuesday in collaboration with Saba.
Okay.
And they've got a whole bunch of vendors and cool little dealers mixed in and some live music and free drinks. And so I think that might be my Tuesday pit stop. I might try to swing by, grab a little St. Patty's brewski.
I like that.
And
if you're not familiar with what Barrett's talking about, the Saba store in Austin is right off of South Congress, and the Imogen and Willie store is on South Congress. They open up in the back to each other and have a very chill little patio sitch, and they always have events going on there.
Yeah.
I think Saba does like a once a month party there, and they always have things going on. I tried to get a Scaries party going there.
Saba is basically in the ADU of the Imogen and Willie store.
Yeah.
It's like it's in the little back house.
Yeah.
But it's a cool spot. So
that's cool.
You try to get a little Scaries.
Yeah, we had some motion there, and it just got shut down at the last minute.
Maybe it could happen now that you have 1 million followers on Instagram.
Maybe. That's why I'm a little tired today.
Yeah.
We decided to go out to dinner last night.
Okay.
And I had a couple pops.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you decide to go out to dinner and you go to Jeffrey's, what's that wait like?
Did you have they had an 8:30 reservation open.
Oh, okay.
So Sally just grabbed it.
Got it.
I didn't want to
midweek. That makes sense.
Like I wanted to hit 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Once I got relatively close, it became a thing because it's like, well, if you get a 98% on a test, you're like, oh man, I could have gotten 100.
Right.
And like, I just really wanted to get there to get it done. And then it became such a dark cloud over my shoulder of just like, am I doing things only to get to this number? Like what, it just became this annoying thing. And I didn't know when it was going to hit. I had a feeling it was actually going to be in March at some point when I started thinking about it a couple months ago. And, yeah, it hit yesterday and I decided to go drink champagne after work.
Very cool. Congratulations.
I don't set very many goals for Sunday Scaries. So having that one actually set for like a long period of time and then having to work toward it, it's like it almost just feels good to check off a goal more than it feels good to have 1 million, because the difference between 1 million and 999,000 is not that much.
Right. It's you get that 1M and that's sick as fuck.
I know, but like I don't want to talk about it that much to people because like it makes me sound like a douchebag. You know?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to drop. There's 1 million to you. There's only 1 of me.
I know. It's like Sally posted an Instagram story. I was like, Sally, I'm not publicly celebrating that.
But that's a nice little,
it is.
You know,
it is.
Like that's a subtle way to do it. Is for her.
I also think she knows that I won't do anything. So like she has to be the spark plug there. So I do. Right. I appreciate that.
Damn, this just reminded me of something, and now it's like slipping my mind because I'm trying to think about 14 things at once. I'll think of it, but where was I? Jeffrey's. You went to dinner. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I was glad because I thought, you know, like our friend of the pod, Cat Pat. I thought that Punch the Monkey might get you there, and I was glad that instead it was martinis in Manhattan.
Do you want me to learn you up on some follow stuff?
Sure.
If you have like 50,000 followers and you have a post go crazy, you might get like a few thousand or like more.
Okay.
Once you have like a larger following, those bumps go down and it goes from like what used to be like maybe 5,000 or something. It goes back down to like 1,000.
Okay.
Like or less. And then after that happens, so like here's a good example. Bad Bunny, Super Bowl, numbers through the roof.
Right.
Like crazy numbers. I did a couple posts about Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And a ton of people go and follow. And then like a huge portion of them end up unfollowing you because like they followed you because you did a Bad Bunny post. But I never post about Bad Bunny. I only did it because he's the Super Bowl performer and that's the biggest personality of the season at that point, you know? And so like it just like it kind of changes. And so like I had so many people reaching out to me. Not so many. I had a couple people reach out to me after the Punch post, and then like during Bad Bunny some people asked too, and I was like, no. Like this is going to be a slow grind.
Yeah.
It should have made some Kid Rock post.
I should have done some Kid Rock.
Yeah, counter program.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. I thought about doing a test reel so it would send it out to the non-followers, you know?
Yeah. I think that's what happens though, right? Is that when you are a bigger account, like people are seeing your stuff more often. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like they can get the content without following.
I have a ton of accounts that I don't follow that I almost think I follow sometimes because I see their stuff so much.
Exactly. And those are usually very big accounts.
I sent a message to somebody the other day and I said, I just followed you. I thought I've been following you this entire time. I'm really sorry.
This is like me with Kat Stickler, John Mayer's girlfriend, his paramour. Like I was getting all of her videos anyway. So finally I just said, you know what? Fine. Here. Have the follow.
I don't follow her. I'm against the relationship fundamentally. And she is the first video in the top left corner of my Discover feed every single time. And if I refresh it, 2 more pop up.
Dude, she's not giving up that easy, man. She's going to be persistent until she wins you over. You can't Timmy and Kylie her.
I think she's funny, but she posts too much to where I don't need to see that all the time.
Quite a bit.
I don't know. I want him to date someone cooler. Like, I want him to date someone like cooler. That's not her.
I think it's cool that he was like, you know what? I think this Instagram chick is funny as hell.
I know. There's something cute about that.
Date her.
He's like, you know what? I will date this funny, really cute Instagram girl.
Yeah. Yeah. How nice for him.
But I need her to like push him and be like, hey, add someone to the band. Get back out there, John. I'm worried she wants to settle down. She's like, oh, I'm coming in at the end of this Dead and Company thing.
Yeah.
Get her out of here. We need to talk shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to get behind.
All right. Let's rip through shorts.
Okay.
This is look, everybody, the guys, if you're following fashion, the number one question in your mind is usually, what pants am I supposed to be wearing? That's the kind of just always in your head question. The second question, what shorts am I supposed to be wearing? That's the next question, obviously, because shorts are, as we all know, just half pants. So I've been, it's March. We're about halfway through. All the spring collections are dropping. There are shorts on websites as far as the eye can see. And so I've been noticing some trends bubble up recently, Will. And I want to start with the thing that I think I'm seeing the most, that I also think is the most trendy, like the trendiest shorts thing that's happening, and the one that I don't think either you or I are really going to jump onto too much. But like the youngs, the youths, this is probably what they're going to be doing. And that is basically like 90s skater shorts.
Yeah.
Giant denim, giant carpenter, like whatever it might be. And variations of this type of short are going to be wearable for us, but like some of this stuff is almost kind of comically large. So let me see if I can. So like this pair, right? This is a pair from Subi. They come in like regular indigo colors, but also this kind of like washed out pinkish red that I'm seeing a lot, but like long. We're talking 12, 13-inch inseam, right?
Yeah. I was looking at Gramici earlier today. I was actually on their site, and then almost at the same time I was on their site, Canoe Club sent an email with their stuff. And I clicked in and I was looking at the fit of their shorts because, when you see the product photo, they don't look like they have a 10-inch inseam. And then suddenly it's like, oh no, it's long.
Here's a pair from A. Goldie in a like a light wash denim. Same type of thing though, right? And this is all over the place. MF Pen, Acne, everywhere in between. We're just doing these giant shorts. This is like, again, this is if you're a Lordy, you can maybe pull this off because you're 6'5". If you got stumpy little legs like my 5'8" ass, like this is not your trend.
No, and like these go against every single thing that looks good on my body. Like I could never wear something like this and feel comfortable about myself.
These are capris.
They're basically capris, Dan. You're exactly right. Okay, so I do want to though like show you a few options that might be more your speed. Is basically. It's the same kind of concept, especially like we're basically taking the idea of the workwear pants with the hammer loops and all that type of stuff, and we're just turning it into shorts. So this is a pair from Corridor right here. They do an awesome pair of carpenter pants, so I trust that the shorts are good too. Very cool wash on these, and then I think they've got a fit pick down here. Way more normal. Yeah. This is just we're just a regular guy here.
Yep.
But we're catching the trend of the work short.
I've been doing a lot of spring shopping because I want to switch I want to vibe shift this spring. And I haven't bought anything. I'm simply collecting information, but I've been seeing a lot of that like severely sun faded look across the board.
Yep. And I freak with it. I'll do a little shameless plug here because like Howler Brothers, we don't often end up like in a trendy spot because it's not really what we do, but we are really loving like workwear stuff for our guys too. And so this is one of my favorite pairs of shorts that we've put out in the last few years. This is the HB trade short, which again, like is in that Corridor world. Awesome color, this bark, and you get the kind of double knee detailing in a normal fit. So,
okay.
A cool thing when we kind of land in a spot that makes sense for us, but also happens to be on trend. All right.
So if a guy says like, Barrett, I can't have long shorts, like it can't happen, but I still want something that's not going to look like a generic pair of shorts that you bought from J. Crew outlet. Mm-hmm. Like what cut or style or look would you guide them in?
So I think you can kind of go in two directions with that right now. And I'm going to pop over to, let's see. I'm going to start with a pair from Noah. This isn't where I'd send you, but I think it's especially the flat lay is representative enough, mm-hmm. where it's like, it's the front pleats in kind of a slightly longer, but like boxier fit. Mm-hmm. So we're doing like, this kind of fits into, it's almost like a hybrid of workwear and prep, right? Where you're getting like the rivets and the 5-pocket architecture, but then you're doing like a preppy pleat. This pair is not quite as long as those first ones that I showed you, but is still, longer than some of us might be comfortable with. Mm-hmm. But it's still far more approachable.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I'm seeing is like that kind of front pleat. It's just like it's smaller details and maybe a fabric twist up, something in a heavier canvas or denim or something like that, and then a wider fit to kind of make up for the lack of length. Basically.
Yeah. So okay,
it's either you're going down or you're going out.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense because as much as I don't want to go down, I just end up finding myself now trying to find wider shorts to match like a boxier kind of t-shirt, since that's the way that everything's been. And it's not easy. I have some shorts that have just not been worn over the last couple of years after I bought them and thought I'd wear them all the time. And I just end up going back to kind of the wider, shorter ones.
This is a pair that I eyed last year. And I think this is them. I think I was shopping them on Huckberry, but your favorite brand. This is Drake's. This is like a light kind of natural colored ecru denim.
Yes.
And
I've told you, you know what I did here, right?
No.
I saw these, really liked them, went on Patagonia.
Okay.
They had a very similarly colored version that is like the ecru whatever, with like little speckles of everything in it. And it looks very like natural and nice. And I bought a pair of those and I wore them all the time last year.
Okay.
And I was very happy because like, I don't necessarily want to wear Patagonia shorts all the time, but they were a very good, reasonable compromise for those shorts.
Yeah.
Thick fabric.
And then I think the other thing that you can do that I'm seeing in like a shorter world is, I'm trying to find a good example here. I mentioned the ones that I had tried from the Uniqlo JW Anderson collaboration, which were like a longer cargo short. But there are shorter ones that feel more like less 90s Abercrombie and more like a camping short.
Yeah.
That have some exterior pocketing and some just more utilitarian kind of cargo look that I think you can find in more traditional shorts lengths.
Something else I've been seeing in shorts a lot this year so far has been like the very alt rock plaid, like something you'd see the Spin Doctors wearing when they come out on stage.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like that, like checkerboard, like really small checkerboard plaid with numerous colors. And I feel like that's been popular on a lot of the stuff that's come out so far. I saw it on Amélie on Door Ding, and it wasn't Stussy, but somebody else. And I was like, oh, I could see these. But that falls directly in line with what you said, that everyone's wearing like 90s skater shorts.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was wearing back then.
Yeah. Let's pop over to drop 2 of Ame and just kind of check in. This one seemed to be getting buzz on the Reddit.
Better. I have interest in those shorts, the top shorts. I actually think they're perfect for me.
The denim or the right?
The right. Yeah. The e-waist. I thought those would be great to buy one pair, and they were out of my size even on early access. Yeah. But and I don't like the stripe or the seam at the front.
Okay. Yeah. But that's okay. So that kind of center seam down the front, that's kind of in that utility camp look that I'm talking about. Like that's the type of small detail that I feel like I'm seeing a lot of from brands trying to differentiate from your just kind of classic like e-waist pull-on short that has become relatively
it's either this or the
ubiquitous.
Exterior pocket seam, which I don't. I like this more than I like the pocket.
But I do think you can kind of get and like this. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Like this is a pretty classic shorts cut. It's just notable that it's not tailored. It's not tailored to the leg. It is even in this shorter length. We're getting pretty blousy and pretty wide here.
It does feel kind of weird to put on a pair of shorts for the first time, having them be that wide and just be like, whoa, okay, yeah.
Well, and especially like if you're not Dan, if you're not hitting legs 4 times a week, like,
exactly.
We don't all fill them out that well.
I had one winter where I decided I was going to hit legs all the time so I could be sporting some thighs, and I didn't see much growth.
No, yeah, you really got to. It's if you're not blessed, with
I've had dad legs since I was 8.
With the ability to kind of like put on mass there, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah. I definitely saw like I was more toned, but I could see that. There's no way that somebody else would look at my legs and be like, oh, his legs are toned. Like I could just tell that my legs were more toned than they were before. I had that calf popping, dude.
It's all about having those forever chemicals in your shorts.
What do you think about these? Will, are we doing pink camo long skater shorts?
Man, I just don't know if we are.
Yeah.
I think if your boy shows up in these, it's going to be a topic of discussion before the beers hit the table.
I'm probably beating his ass.
They kind of Timmy Chalamet coded though, right?
Yeah, they are. They are.
Like I could see.
We don't even have his Japanese Marty Supreme jacket on the docket today.
No, we don't. We don't.
How do you feel about his Oscar chances right now? He's not the odds-on favorite anymore.
No, I feel pretty poorly about them. The internet turn on him has been, I would say, interesting to say the least.
I don't get it.
But it's pretty, at the end of the day, it's pretty cut and dry. This is a classic case of overexposure.
Yeah.
This is his second Oscar campaign in back-to-back years. And he goes crazy on these things. He goes everywhere. He does everything. And this is not the classic version where you just like sit down on the Tonight Show and tell a funny story and then you like go on the press. Like he's everywhere. He's doing everything.
Everywhere.
And on top of that, his ultimate sin is dating Kylie Jenner. And like this has been bubbling in his weird little niche fan base for a year now.
That they hate that he's dating her.
They hate her.
Yeah.
They hate her. They cannot stand her. And so it's like,
who do they want him with?
That some soft poetry girl or something. Because they like what they fell in love with is
Zoran's
the little
wife.
Yeah, exactly. Is the little like, shy boy from Call Me by Your Name, and now he's turning into a more traditional bro. Some people, I don't know if this is offensive or not for me to say, but because I don't know, I'm going to claim ignorance. Some people are suggesting that he's experiencing twink death.
What's that? Oh, like people viewed him as being
like he was this like, he like no facial hair. He looked very like young and fresh faced and thin, and he had the little curly like wavy hair and like sharp features, and now he's kind of like gained a little weight, and he turned 30 and he's got the goatee going on, and his hair's not the same.
It's because they didn't see the king,
and he
was fucking dope as King Henry V,
and he's dripped out in chrome hearts instead of wearing Louis Vuitton harnesses, and that's.
Do you want him to win?
Do I want him to win? Well, I haven't seen Marty Supreme.
Come on.
I did just watch Sinners. I finally watched Sinners.
I watched Sinners 2 weeks ago.
I liked the Michael B. Jordan performance. I don't know if it's Oscar. I don't know if it's an Oscar performance.
It's not Oscar.
It's not.
But
it was good. It was a good movie. But I
don't love him in everything. Like he's very hit or miss for me. And I really liked this performance. This was a performance where you needed to be chewing up the scenery.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
Like with aplomb. I loved the
I thought it was good. I even watching the movie, like in the moment, I was like, I still don't think like this is you don't get an Oscar for this.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I've only seen 3 out of the 5 movies that have an actor up for Best Actor. And for me, Timmy beats out both Leo and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. And remind me who the other two are?
Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
And Wagner Moura.
Yeah, Wagner Moura, Secret Agent. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon.
No one saw that.
But apparently that's like the dark horse, because that's apparently an incredible performance, is the Ethan Hawke one. So who's the odds-on favorite now? Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan is like odds-on favorite. Second place is Timothée Chalamet. Third place is Leo.
Okay. I don't really think the Leo performance is an Oscar performance either.
I agree. I think the only one that I've seen out of these 3 that's an Oscar performance is Timothée Chalamet as Marty Supreme.
Okay.
He was really fucking good in it and committed, and I thought it was a really entertaining movie. I shouldn't say this because it's going to completely wipe away all the fandom that I just gave this movie. Mm-hmm. It's also the only movie I saw in theaters.
Okay. All right.
The other ones I watched on an airplane.
It's 2026, right? We got people have 1 to 3 theater trips in them these days.
In my heart of hearts,
in a given year.
In my heart of hearts, if I still watch Marty Supreme on an iPad with noise canceling headphones, I still think I walk away from it saying it's my favorite movie out of the ones that I've watched from the Oscar pool.
Yeah.
I did watch Eddington thinking it was an Oscar nominee, only to find out it wasn't, and so I wasted my time.
We watched Sentimental Value, and I've seen One Battle After Another, and now we've watched Sinners, and I think that's it.
I might knock out Hamnet before the end of the week.
Okay.
Leo's not the best in the movie. I mean, Benny Del Toro.
Right. Del Toro and Sean Penn. Like those are
Sean Penn was electric.
Those are better performances.
Yeah. What are they called? The Christmas Brigade?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it something? It's something Christmas. There's another word in there, I feel like.
Hold on. Now I need to know.
While you look that up, I will say to our listeners that I know we're delinquent on Substack stuff, but I will put together a little shorts rundown. I'll grab some more direct links. We'll talk about shorts on the Substack if you're looking for links. If you want to do some short shopping, I will send some stuff out about that.
Start collecting information in your brain for summer shirting as well.
Okay.
I feel after not buying very many summer shirts last year and resting on my laurels, I feel like I'm in no man's land right now.
Yeah, the shorts like this week, I just started they just came to me in a way, you know.
Yeah. You gotta let the game come to you sometimes.
And I was Galifianakising in The Hangover, just like seeing the trends kind of appear before my eyes.
Yep.
Like math equations. It's not happening with shirts right now for me.
No,
it's no man's land right now.
I'm trying to figure out not my going out shirt game this summer.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a new staple in my wardrobe that I need to hone in on more. And I'm like, is it polo shirts? Is it different style t-shirt? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Like, am I old enough now that I just need to start wearing button downs more because I'm just a dad?
It might be time. Yeah, it might be button down time.
But like, I need to go into a store and try on a bunch of linen shirts. I have one from J. Crew that's a size large that's oversized, and it looks like I'm wearing my dad's shirt as a 4-year-old. Do we have anything else that's must cover this week? I think we're pretty good.
I think we're good. How long have we been going? About an hour 20, Dan?
Yeah, hour 20
okay.
about.
All right, that feels good.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Do you want to throw anything on the wish list, or are we good this week?
Hold on. I feel like I did have something for the wish list.
I have a question.
Yeah, you have a question, Dan?
Are people really upset about the 2019 clip of Timothée Chalamet talking shit about like the arts?
No, that's a new clip.
No, it's from 2019.
Him talking to McConaughey?
Yeah. It's old.
I thought that was at UT just like 4 weeks ago.
It just came out. I thought it was like dated 2019.
I'm not sure that's accurate, but
okay.
Because he looks like new.
Yeah, I thought it was new. I thought it was new.
Regardless, it's stupid.
Regardless, I think
he's right.
If the ballet community or the opera community wants to be mad at him,
so
I think they're well within their rights. But anyone else who doesn't care about like if you haven't spent money on a ballet or opera performance in the last year, I don't want your opinion about Chalamet here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Dan. You're right. Like this should be pretty much a nothing burger. Like, could he have been more tactful in how he said that? Probably, but also he's not wrong. And I think this is where the overexposure comes in. Is like people are sick of seeing him on their algorithm. They feel like he needs like to be torn down, to be humbled a little bit.
Yeah.
And at the core of that, for me, is that nobody likes that he's dating Kylie Jenner.
You don't think it's this New York?
That can't be only it.
And so this is like they leaped at this opportunity to be like, see, we told you he's a piece of shit. And that's what it is. He needs to after the Oscars, he needs to kind of fade into the background for a little bit, and he'll be fine.
I don't want anyone commenting on this episode saying that we're just loving Chalamet. We've removed him from the baby girl list.
Yeah, and
We've been critics.
I mean, he's more off than ever at this point.
Yeah, Barrett, you famously criticized his jeans fit in a recent text message with me.
I did. Yeah,
like we're not just glazing him, but I hate to say this. I do truly hope he wins Best Actor because I just want to see what happens after that.
That's fine. I'm going to add him on to the game train.
The game train?
The game train? Okay. All right. I can throw something on real quick if you want to, if you think you know.
Yeah. Oh, man, I thought I had something, but I don't know if I do. Let me go to my saved on Instagram real quick and see where we land.
Okay. I'll get ready to pull mine up here.
Okay.
It's happening. I'm searching. I have to pull it. Where did it go?
Salgal had me rattled coming in today.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare normally. I organized her thoughts in the rundown and forgot to do my wish list item.
Well, what I wanted was on a website and now it's gone.
I think I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Boy, now that's why you listen to the podcast, is for that last 3 minutes right there.
Okay, here.
That was
I'm going to do a boring one. I'm going to do a boring one, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to do a boring one. You okay, Dan?
Yeah.
Dan just choked on some water. He needs to get out of here. All right, here's what I'm going with. I think this was actually available last year. But I think I'm going to lean into the prep a little bit, Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to go real tradish. Oh no, that's not the link. That's not the link.
God, we're bombing here at the end.
I know.
Well,
The girls left and we got lazy. Okay, I put it in.
okay.
This is that washed look that I was talking about earlier with the shorts that I've been seeing pop up. But I think your boy's just going to get a classic J. Crew purple polo shirt
Okay.
and pimp this thing around.
All right.
The color on our screen's not showing perfectly, but I need to get a couple more just like dad polos in the mix.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the purple here.
Okay. I've kept about 6 or 7 polos just like in a drawer somewhere, waiting for them to come out. And I actually pulled out a J. Crew one that looks a lot like this, similar color even. And I think it might have gotten too ratty. I think it might have gotten too kind of like,
That makes sense.
you know?
That makes sense.
I don't know. Is that kind of cool? Is it kind of looking like kind of sloppy, kind of cool? I don't know. Is that a
Okay.
that a vibe?
There are certain like summer residents who have like their wardrobe.
There's summer, right?
Their
That
summer
stays in their
wardrobe.
house.
Yeah.
And it's natty and gross and torn up and it looks sick.
But yeah, you look at it and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
that's tight. He's been wearing this shirt every summer for the last 30 years since his parents died.
Yeah.
Like,
Very, very Nantucket.
yeah.
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 So I had been looking at the row on By George.
Mhm.
I've not actually gone in to shop the row at By George.
I have.
but
I didn't buy anything, but I did.
I mean, I've looked through the rack of things, but I've not tried on shoes from the row. But they're carrying
Don't do it.
the soft loafer in brown, or they were, and now I can't find them on their website.
The last time I was on their website, it was at the very bottom, like literally the last shoe on their men's side.
They may have sold out. It's a very popular shoe. So instead, I'll pull up the row, this Parker slip-on from the row, which I think is too kind of fall wintry looking for me at this point.
It is pretty fall winter.
I'm still more intrigued by the soft loafer. And look, I'm not about to spend $1,400 on a pair of loafers, but I would like to, and that's why I'm putting it on my wish list.
I do really like their shoes. I very much want their Hudson Slide.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending $1,300 on that. There's got to be a dupe out there.
I'm sure. Yeah. All right. That's all I got.
That's all I got as well. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, producer Dan. Thanks, Sally.
Later.